Well, hello, hello. Let's try that again. Hi, everybody! Happy Friday! Oh, my goodness. We're live. Oh, man, I just almost busted an aneurysm screaming that. Wow, I'm red. Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome to Booty Mashup Twitch. This is the weekly meeting with DJ Tyme, the Time Hole Edition. Yeah, baby. What? Why am I here? Good morning, hi, or afternoon. Mr. Bear Papa, Jupiter Galling, Smash Color, Calibron, The Sin Rose. Yeah, Melodix, Hyperzyle. Cool Stu 81, Kaz GT. What's up, everybody? So why am I here? Who, what, when, where, why? Why am I here? I'm here because Adriana is moving. Today is moving day. Yeah, so the movers are arrived. Today's the big day of the move. So I will be filling in for the weekly meeting. Earlier this week, we had other people filling in for the other shows. And, I believe Adriana is going to be here on Saturday night. So I guess that's like a past move stream. So, yeah. So if you're wondering what's going on here, there's a lot going on. So this is the weekly meeting. So I figured I'd put together a weekly recap of the streams from the last week. So what you see behind me in the stream is about, I don't know how long it is. It's a good amount of time, though. But it's all the highlights and clips and segments from all the streamers from the past week. Because, this is the weekly meeting. This is a lot of fun. I like talking. Hi. I hope you guys are having a good time. Oh, I got some plans for you guys. I got some plans. Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna have a surprise guest on the show, but she might be sleeping. You know this person. Well, it's not really a person. It's a cat. So I have the stream open. If Tibby wants to stop by, she can stop by. It's out of my hands. It's literally all on her hands. So if anybody wants to message Lobster Dust, text Lobster Dust, I wouldn't be opposed to that. No, we're gonna save that interview for another time, Jupiter. We got some big plans. We do. Welcome everybody, and welcome to the weekly meeting at Booty Mashup. This is the Time Hole Edition. I'm DJ Tyme. So yeah, so like I was saying, Adriana is moving, so I'm filling in. We might have a special guest, Tibby. But yeah. Oh, hey, look, Jupiter chess. All right. So part of the weekly meeting is we're gonna do a segment I like to call past events. Event talk. Dun 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 dun. All right. Yeah. This next segment is called Event Talk. You guys ready for some event talk? All right. Here we go. Let's get into it. All right, so this past week we did a lot of events. We're going to start off. Let's start off on Friday, shall we? So on, yeah, I got buttons. I got all the Stream Deck buttons. I got a lot of surprises. I hope we have enough time. I did warn you. This is the Time Hole Edition. Oh, it's the Time Hole. Yeah, All right, so let's get back into it, shall we? So this past week, we were filled with a bunch of events. On Friday, it was Mardi Gras. Well, technically, Mardi Gras was this past Tuesday. But on Thursday, we celebrated Mardi Gras. And it was an amazing night. It really was, on multiple levels. One level was PDS Mix and myself both had amazing streams. And for that alone, it's amazing. But the next level up was I was hosting the stream. So PDS Mix was streaming to me, and then I was streaming to Twitch. And that's how we're able to go back and forth. And honestly, like, in the beginning, this was really tough to do because you need, like, the technology to be able to do it. And you need fiber internet. Not necessarily fast, but fiber because it's consistent. And that wasn't really possible in the team of Booty. But now it is. Now we're starting to get there. So this is going to be kind of like the way of the future. It really is. Because what we can do is when we return to throwing parties in real life, like at DNA Lounge, I can turn on my computer and I can control it mobily now. I have an app on my phone that allows me to control my computer mobily. And we can have feeds from different DJs, from different angles, from different parties. Because sometimes there's a Seattle, LA, and San Francisco event going on all at the same time. And if everybody has access to the same cloud, and this same cloud streams to my computer, which I control mobily, well, shit. It's about to be crazy, right? I mean, there's so many options and so many things we can do. And when we were at DNA Lounge this past weekend, DNA Lounge is going through a lot of upgrades and a lot of upgrades and doing cool things. So it's fun to see that like our minds are kind of on the same page with incorporating the virtual world with the real world once this whole thing is over. So major tech breakthroughs. I got a tweet. Hey, Jupiter Gatling, can you do a tweet for me? Are you able to, or do I need to do that? Let me know. So anyways, really excited. But going back to events talk, because that was a time hole. My goodness, I got all distracted. Back to Saturday at DNA Lounge, where Adriana A. made her triumphant return to the DNA Lounge. She did a live from DNA set from there. It was so much fun. I was there in attendance. I was the only person there in attendance, besides from the two people on staff. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a blast. Jupiter Gatling ran the stream from Germany. And you did an amazing job. Oh, my God, that was so much fun. It was so cool. I kind of felt like for a minute we were all three hanging out at DNA. It was a lot of fun. So that happened on Saturday. Before that, actually, too, was Mashups Rock with DJ N8. And then on Monday, because, we're moving along through the days, this is event talk. On Monday, we played chess. Yeah. We played chess. Chess. No. Trying to make this all exciting. No. Anyways, it was stressful. It was eventful. It was a lot of fun. We birthed a new stream called Chess with Mashups. And it's literally just that. Monday night, I streamed, and we played half of the stream as a chessboard. We used chess.com to play. And, it was a lot of fun. Me and Jupiter played a few different games. I played a few other people in the chat. We ran out of time, because we wanted to raid Chris Fox, or Fox Sounds, but he was starting, but our game wasn't over. So we ended up playing after the stream ended, and we came to a draw. Yeah, it was a draw. So we have a score to settle on the chessboard, Jupiter. Yeah, we do. Smack my bishop. Oh, my gosh. Smack my bishop. Ah! Oh, that's funny. I like that. Where was I? Yeah. So chess. So we're going to do that again. I don't know if we're going to do it on Mondays. It's hard for me to stream Mondays like that. Maybe Monday night. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. But I definitely had a lot of fun. It was, okay. When it comes to chess, I beat my friends the majority of times, but when I play like really good players, I get my ass kicked. So I'm like decent-ish enough. I'm good enough to hang, But when you're streaming and DJing at the same time, that's a whole nother game. That is, multitasking. Yeah. All right, so that was a Monday, part of the event talk segment here. And on Tuesday, we had Deep Cuts with Dada. If you haven't checked out Deep Cuts with Dada, it's every Tuesday. You should check it out. It is, what time is it? I got the clocks right here. It is Tuesdays, 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And what I like about this show with Deep Cuts with Dada is he goes deep. He plays shit that a lot of us don't play anymore. It's, and it's the oddball ones, it's the forgotten ones, it's the old ones. I love it. It really brings me back to like another era of mashupery. Yes, that's the word, mashupery. Hi. Brings another level of mashupery to it. And moving along. Part of event talk. We're going back over the past week, and we're discussing all the events that happened. On Wednesday, Lobster Dust filled in for Adriana for the mashup listening party. On Thursday, me and Lobster once again did pre-rolling with Tibby, where we do the back and forth fun stuff. And then just last hour was Sit and Spin with DJ Fox. You know, can we get DJ Fox some love and the whole Sit and Spin crew and the Dance Commander Disco? That shit's amazing, yo. Like, that's so cool. I love seeing part of our community. I love seeing DJs. I love seeing people be creative and use technology in ways that it wasn't really meant to. And here he is running a Zoom gym, and he's DJing on a bike. And I lurk during most of the sets. I do it on purpose because I hope subconsciously it's going to get me back to working out because my shirts are a little tight down there right now. But I love the sets. They're so good. It's so much fun. And it's such a cool concept. And I was just thinking, too, like when we start going back to, like, real life, things and real life events, this is something, Fox, if you're listening, you could go to gyms and pitch this idea at gyms to stream Sit and Spin from a gym, So it's on the Zoom gym, on the stream, but also at a gym. Then you could grow your audience that way. The gyms will probably pay you money for running it like that because you're bringing it to them. Like, that's kind of cool. Or another idea I had just a minute ago, because I see Chris Fox rollerblading everywhere, and so why don't you put like a camera on your head, like a GoPro, and then skate through San Francisco, and then make that the stream is Fox DJing. Yeah, DJ too. Why not just throw it in the mix? DJing and skating through San Francisco. I love it. Good job, man. Your show's awesome. That's so much fun. I'm really happy for you. And then that completes the week, brings it all up on Event Talk back to here Friday. So that was Event Talk in about 4 minutes. How is everybody? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So many DJs. Yeah, I could do that. There was a guy I saw on the internet. He uses like the controller that me and Arison use, but he had like shoulder straps. So he wore it and it like hanged right here. So like he can like walk and DJ like this. And then the camera was mounted like on the front edge of the mixer pointing up at him. So then like he could I don't know who that is. Maybe. Is he German? The guy I'm talking about is from Europe. Yes, like the guy that sells sausage, but it's a DJ setup. Yeah, this guy's popular. He's got millions of views on the internet. Because all he does is he goes around and he walks around with that. So like that kind of setup, rollerblading, man, that would hurt if you crashed. Wow, that'd be intense. Oh man. All right. So that was past events talk. I only have one graphic. Damn it, I need two of those. Now let's talk about future event talk. Did that work? Okay. There it is. All right, future event talk. All right, so where did my notes go? All right, so let's talk about what we got coming up. So directly after me is the one and only DJ Arison, and after her is PDS Mix and Fox Sounds. It is Crazy Hat Booty. Oh, hey, do we have Adriana in the chat? Hi, welcome. Hold on, let me check in from the other side here. There we go. Hold on. Let's get a little setup over here too. We got the multiple sets. Which one's the real microphone? Yep, we got the cutaway in there we go. Whee. All right. So Crazy Hat Booty tonight. We got Arison kicking it off with Happy Hour, and then we got PDS Mix and Fox Sounds after that. So Crazy Hat Booty, I love this idea. I don't get to DJ tonight, so I don't get to show you my hats on stream, but here I am. So guess what? I'm going to show you my hats. Okay, so hat show and tell time. And if you remember Booty from the early days, this is how it started, is me doing like show and tell of like stupid shit. All right, here we go. So if you've seen me here, I always like to dress up as Santa. So there's hat number 1 is my Santa hat. Yeah. I'm not putting any hats on, by the way, tonight because I'm having a really good hair day. So sorry but not sorry. I'm not fucking up the hair. So I'm just showing hats. So Santa hat, number 1. Okay. All right. So next hat here is this hat. It's the yeah, but the headphones are kind of like part of it, and they're holding it in place. And as you notice, I'm not really moving my headphones too much. However, there is a part of hair sticking up right there. Anyways, so here's another hat. So this is the hat from the Harry Potter movie, but fuck Harry Potter now. So I'll throw that out, actually. So here's my other hat. This is one of my favorite hats. This is the Back to the Future hat. This is literally the hat Marty McFly wore in 2015. Which is now the past, but it was the future, but whatever, it's all relative. The thing I don't like about this hat, I don't know if you can hear that. It's like hard plastic-ish, and it sweats like a motherfucker. But I love the look. It's amazing. Beautiful hat. All right, moving on to the next hats. So it wouldn't be a stream if I didn't plug Mile High Mashups later this weekend on Saturday, tomorrow, at 1 o'clock p.m. So here's my pilot's hat, because if you're going to pretend to be an airplane person, flyer, you got to have, like, hats, Yeah, English, tough sometimes. Here's another hat. This hat's not that crazy, but this hat definitely means something to me because it's Sub Pop. Sub Pop is the label that was responsible for grunge, basically, and Nirvana. And they have a store in the Seattle airport. If you're ever in the Seattle airport, go check it out. It's a really cool store. They sell vinyl, cool shit like that. It's one of the coolest airport stores I've ever seen. Yeah, we're pilots. That's what the word I'm looking for is. Thank you. Hyperzyle. Hey. Hey, you just released a new mashup like a minute ago. I didn't even notice that. Like, you guys are pumping out mashups like machines. Yeah, I know. Like, when I was putting my makeup on, I don't have makeup actually. When I was looking at myself in the mirror right before this, I got a message on my phone and from Facebook notifications, and it was a new mashup. Yeah, it looks really good. I haven't heard it yet, but it looks really good. It's got the artists in there that catch my eyes, so I'm in it. So, crazy hat booty. Moving on. So my brother went to Ibiza, and I guess Ibiza is like super douchey. It's kind of like Vegas-y. So he bought me this hat in Ibiza. And yeah, it's kind of like super douchey. I don't know. But I like it. I've never worn it. I don't know how to wear it. It's got a weird little thing there. But he got this from me in Ibiza. And, it's just so obnoxious. But I don't know. It's brand new. I've never worn it. But I feel like there's a time when this hat will be, like, appropriate for something. I don't know. Is this hat cool? Is it? I don't know, man. This hat's ridiculous. So that's a ridiculous hat. All right. So this one's not a hat. It's more like a mask. But you have to have the oddball ones, on Crazy Hat Day. So it's one of the Mexican wrestler masks. Yeah. Don't ask why I had that, but I do. All right. Next on. Moving on. So if you saw New Year's Eve here, you would have seen that it was a crazy, crazy event. We celebrated it like every hour for a whole day. And this is literally the hat that I wore during that stream. This right here is a piece of booty mashup, iconic history. You can tell it's the one I wore because of how ratted and battered it is. There's even some sweat stains. It stinks. This right here is booty mashup history. That's going to go in the Smithsonian. So anyways, I got one more hat. Like I said, it's not a hat. Sometimes you got to mix it up. Everybody hates this. It gets a great reaction. But there it is. The baby mask. The final hat. Crazy Hat Party tonight with Arison, PDS Mix, and Fox Sounds. And the Dance Commander Disco Zoom Room will be open. Hey, there they are. Speaking of them. By the way, over here on my right or left or whatever this side is here, that's all the all the past best of booty mashup CDs. All the artwork from, they're amazing artworks that tell stories of pop culture throughout the years. Every single one of them, all for free. Download at bootymashup.com. Check it out. Welcome, everybody, again to the weekly meeting with DJ Tyme. This is the Time Hole edition. We're talking about what happened over the past week. We're talking about what's coming up over this next week. And then we're going to talk about a few other things. All right, so let's get back into it. So tonight's Crazy Hat Booty. Tomorrow, I'm excited. Where's my pilot hat? Damn it. I threw it too far away. Tomorrow is the return of Mile High Mashups. Now, I say the return of Mile High Mashups because we do it first and third Saturdays. But we didn't do it the first Saturday because my computer crashed. Like, everything went to shit. I had to reformat, reinstall, and redo everything. And it took me about a week or so to do it with all the updates. It was a pain in the butt. I don't know how it happened. I have a few theories about some sus programs that I downloaded. Hey, Will Battle. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Okay, so I started getting heavily involved with things like FS Economy. It's like a program that you link together with your computer on a server, and it also links together the Microsoft Flight Simulator game. It like uses, I don't know how much about it, but it's a game on top of it, a game where you can work with other people to like create an airlines and run tasks and haul cargo and people and gain money and communicate with them and plan an organization and flight pass and but do it like on a network. And that was the thing that was really, I think, where I got lost was like, you know, connecting. Like it had me doing some settings that I didn't know I was doing. So anyways, computer went to crap. I had to redo everything. But when I did it this time around, I like really took my time with it and did it the right way. That's the other thing. The first time I got the computer, I was like so excited, computer, and I just wanted to, you know, throw. yeah. I, you know, I'd rather make out with somebody else, to be honest. But you know, that's all I got right now. Oh yeah, that's a crazy hat right there. So I'm doing everything right this time, setting it up the right way. And for some reason, everything on OBS is working better now. Like, I'm getting better quality, better clarity. I'm getting, like, just lower CPU. Everything's working. So, in a weird way, this worked out for the better because it's all working better. But now we're back. Now we're back in action. And Microsoft Flight Simulator just did an update. An update in Europe, United Kingdom, and Ireland. So this Saturday, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are going to fly all over the United Kingdom. And Hyperzile, the one and only, is going to be taking over the decks. She's going to be playing the music. And it's going to be a Hyperzile takeover while we fly over her home area. I could say that, right? Hyperzile, home area. I mean, I'm not trying to say where you live, but, you know, the United Kingdom's a big area, right? I'm excited. I was doing a little digging around on it, and the updates in the game are insane. Like, they are so good. It blows my mind. And they have, like, fighter jets in the game now. Like, the game is just blowing my mind every week. I'm excited to get back on it. Create an image background of your computer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I'm doing that. Well, I did that before, and most of my shit got saved, Mark Johnson. Everything got saved, except for a few things. Like, I lost the OBS files, and I lost a few custom libraries that I made. It was like stuff that was attached. I don't know. It was weird. Anyways, moving on. But anyways, I'm so happy it's back, and we're back in action. Back and flying. And Keslo's back. Keslo wasn't able to stream with us last time. We got it canceled, but he'll be back. So we got the whole crew together. We got an updated Europe, and Hyperzile's taking over Mile High Mashups tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time, right here on Booty Mashup. All right. And then after that, we got Mashups Rock with DJ N8. And after that is Rihanna's birthday with the one and only Adriana A. and Arison wrapping up the weekend. There might be a chess stream that pops up into the mix. Welcome, everybody, to the chat. If you're just joining us, hi. Ho, 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 welcome. All right. So we're going to get into some stuff here. All right, let's see here. So in preparation for this show, I did a lot of digging around and trying to find some cool videos, some cool things that would blow your mind. I got some stuff. last night you guys talked about recipes. You always ask me about my cooking life, my chef life. And you guys asked me for some recipes. So I thought we'd get into a little food talk here on the weekly meeting while you got me here. But before we do that, I want to unveil to you guys something I've never showed it be here on Twitch before. The first mash I ever made. The very, very first mash I ever made. Do you guys want to see it? No, it's never been played here on Twitch before. If you follow me on social media, you might know about it. But here it is. My first mash ever. Okay? You guys ready? You ready for it? Here it is. There it is. My first mash ever. I didn't say it'd be music. I believe it's yellow cake with chocolate frosting. But that is it. That's me, and that's my first mash ever. Cake to my face. There it is. You heard it first. DJ Tyme has a baby. Man, I look stoned. I look hella stoned, and I'm like eating cake and passing out. Jesus. What was in that cake? But that is my first mash. And as you see over here, I'm trying to steal my friend's cake too. Because, yeah, I don't know if that was enough cake. And her, I won't say her name because I don't know if she's trying to be anonymous. But her and her family popped up randomly here in the Booty Mashup Twitch chat the other day, which was hilariously awesome. I've known them, as you can tell, my whole life. So there it is. Baby's first mash. So now that we're on the topic of food, let's talk about some food time stuff. In addition to being a DJ, I'm also a chef. I'm classically trained. I went to culinary school. I did an externship at the Food Network in New York City. And then from there, I worked in top restaurants all over the world, all over the country. And the reason why I went to the Food Network after the culinary school was to network. You know, I wanted to get some cool shit on my resume. I wanted to go and meet a lot of celebrities and people that I thought could give me an advantage in my culinary career later. You know, really pack out that resume. And so I decided to go to Food Network, which is still around. It's based in New York City, and it was back in 2004 when I went there, and I got the externship. And I was only granted you only get to go for 2 months. So you got to make the most of your 2 months when you're out there. And I did a lot. I did a lot of really cool shit with a lot of really cool people. I made the most of my time. And I'm going to share some of those things with you today. So to get it started, so you kind of can understand a little bit of the world I'm talking about, I'm going to show you a clip of something I've done. So a lot of the work I do, it would be behind the scenes, cooking food, preparing food, and bringing it out onto the set of the television show, laying it all out, and then explaining to the host, here's your mashed potatoes that you're going to do for the segment today. Here's potatoes. You peel a few. Here's all the potatoes peeled and ready to go. And then over here are potatoes that have been boiled and cooked. And then here's a strainer and milk and cream milk and butter warmed up, ready to go on the side, so you can throw them all together and make it at the end. And we lay them all out, we explain the process, and then the host does it on TV. So we make the host look good. But once in a while, the hosts make us look good. And that happened a few times when I was working on a show called Emerald Live on Food Network. Emerald Live was one of the flagship shows, one of the main shows from Food Network. It started a guy named, started a guy named Emerald Lagasse. Emerald Lagasse and Bobby Flay are the two chefs that are really credited for making Food Network a thing. Bobby Flay is still in the game, still celebrity in and up all over the place. Emerald is still in the game, but he's just not on TV as much, and he sold off a lot of his product line to Martha Stewart. He's just like focusing on his restaurants. So anyways, I was working on the show Emerald Live in 2004, early 2004, and the guest for that show was Bobby Flay, who was the other big star. Who is one of the other big stars? I mean, just to paint another picture here, this is like before Guy Fieri. You know, this is before there was a Guy Fieri. So this is a while ago. Yeah, he does info commercials, yeah. But he still owns all his restaurants, and they're still super successful. So the show was a Iron Chef kind of battle between Bobby Flay and Emerald, where they had all these ingredients laid out, and then they had to pick a few ingredients and right there on the fly make an item out of it, make a dish out of it in front of a live studio audience. But Emerald, being the star of the show, knows that he's got a whole back kitchen over this way with people like me over there running the show, so that, you know, if he needs anything, he can get something. So I'm going to show you guys a clip from Emerald Live, Food Network 2004, where Emerald Lagasse and Bobby Flay are doing an Iron Chef-ish battle, and Emerald Lagasse needs cabbage. So I come to the rescue with cabbage. This is 17 years ago, so I look a little different. All right, here it is. DJ Tyme on the Food Network.
You want me to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm making a Cuban-style burger. We have the burgers that are grilled. I grilled them to around medium rare. We can cook them a little bit more if you want to. And I'm going to take the buns, and I'm gonna put some roasted garlic mayonnaise on one side, okay?
All right.
Some Dijon mustard on the other. So you got lots of flavor here. Then we're going to put a slice of the Swiss cheese.
Okay.
Okay. Some ham, smoked ham. Then one of the burgers.
There's no cabbage out here.
I'm sorry, I'll get you some.
Dog, I need some cabbage, please.
There they go. Must be nice. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's a big show here, buddy.
I know, it's big time. And then I'm going to top it with...
this is Doug. This is
bun.
our apprentice on the show, huh?
All right, Doug.
There it is.
Hey, Bobby.
Doug, cabbage. Yeah, I'm cabbage boy. Yeah, that was all fun. But that was just like one of the normal days. You know, I don't think they are toasted, Jupiter. That's a good call. Now, granted, they had like literally 10 minutes to put together this whole menu, so I'm sure he was cutting some corners for TV. But yeah, I mean, it was funny because we had no idea that shit was happening. So I'm in the back kitchen going like, finally, the show's running. We're done with our work. You know, just pay attention in case anything needs to be done. And then all of a sudden, you hear him say my name and cabbage. And everybody, we're talking like 40 people in the back set, all turn and look at me. And I'm like, I don't have cabbage. And then somebody throws cabbage out of nowhere. I'm like, go. So that was like a day in the life, basically, kind of like what I did when I was at Food Network. And part of what I had to do with my schooling, because remember, this was an externship. It's like an internship, but I don't know I don't know what the difference is, actually. I think it's just the wording. But part of what they made me do to graduate was take a journal every day of the things that I do while I'm on my externship. And that's what this is right here, blocking out my info. My journal from the Food Network externship from 2004. It's got food stains on it and awesome stories inside it. So I figured I would read a little bit of my journal from 2004, Food Network externship in New York City. Let's go back in time, shall we? My God. Oh, those sound effects. At least I'm enjoying them, you know. I love this, by the way. Which one's the real microphone? I don't know. All right. No, that was my voice. That was just straight up. Welcome to ASMR with Tyme. I can whisper. Hold on, let me try it. Titus Jones. I can't do it. Damn it. For a minute there, I thought I can whisper, and for a minute there, I thought I could do the Titus Jones. Man, so you got Titus Jones. Everybody catch that stream he did the other day? That was awesome. I know, right? I almost did it. It's like when I try to whisper, that's where it fails. I need to just exhale. I'm good at talking loud, but my whispers come a little forced. Yeah. Anyways. All right, so let's get into it. My journal from the Food Network 2004 externship. All right. This is now reading time. All right, so January 3rd, 2004, 6:45 a.m., Arrive at the hostel in New York City, sleep deprived and waiting for my room. So I had no idea where I was going to live or stay when I went to New York City. All I knew was I had a job at Food Network, and my plan was to live in the hostels until I made friends with somebody and then moved in with them. All right, so January 5th, 2 days later, started work at Food Network, did prep work for 30-minute meals with Rachel Ray, the one and only Rachel Ray, worked on an episode with smoky stew, apple cider, and maple walnut ice cream. Met Rachel Ray, really nice girl, drinks a lot of coffee. Later in the day, I went and I saw David Letterman with Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, so Food Network was like right in Times Square, like right behind it. So when I would walk to work from the hostel to Times Square, I would cross by like all the shows. So on my way home from work the first day, I was walking by David Letterman, and they passed me free tickets. So I literally just went whoop, right in there, and Jennifer Aniston was the guest. So like my second day in New York City, like this is what's happening already. I worked with Alton Brown a lot, actually. He's in here. We'll get to that. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. January 7th. Okay, so January 7th, 2004, a few days later, worked on 30-minute meals with Rachel Ray again. French toast and mimosas was the menu. It was called Wedding Brunch. Also worked in the recipe testing kitchen at Food Network. Made kippa, Middle Eastern bite-sized thing made of meat and bulgur dough. It's good stuff. I had no idea what it was. I learned it there. I once again got tickets for David Letterman. Pretty sure I can go to the late taping. Met one of the people that work at Letterman and arranged a ticket exchange deal. So here I am, my 4th day in New York of working at the Food Network. I've only worked there for 2 days. And I've already made friends with somebody that works at David Letterman, and we arranged a backdoor deal where I would give him Emerald Live tickets, and he would give me David Letterman tickets. I'm doing this on day 4. Day 4. Oh, my goodness. That's cool. Hi, welcome. All right, moving on. Next day, January 8th, worked on 30-minute meals again and went and saw David Letterman again. ... Dave called me a dork. So this time, I got called out by David Letterman on The Late Show. I literally did. Hey, good morning, DJ Harrison. What is up? Welcome, everybody, to the weekly meeting with DJ Tyme. This is the Time Hole edition. We're in the food segment of my talking, and I am reading my journal from when I did an externship at the Food Network. So this next time when I went to the Late Show with David Letterman, they were doing a segment in the aisles of the audience. And during the segment, I kept doing this to get my head in shot. Like, I was just off camera, and I kept sticking my head like that into the aisle because I realized that it put my head right between David Letterman and the person he was interviewing. I was like front and center. I was like, this is awesome. I'm stealing the show, you know? So after the commercial break, oh yeah, it was great. And I didn't just do it once. I did it several times. Like, I looked everywhere by the way, for this clip. I couldn't find it. It is not out there. I spent too long looking for it. But after the commercial break, David Letterman says, you know, we got to address something. During the last segment, we had a dork that was trying to, here, we'll just show you. And then so he shows the clip in slow motion of me photobombing him. And then he's like, what a dork. Dork or jerk, one of the two. And so, yeah, that happened. That's day 5 of being in New York City. Yeah. Okay. All right. So moving on. Let's see here. Good afternoon. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was that was fun. All right. So a few days later, January 10th, I worked on the set for 30-minute meals again. So the way these shows worked is every week would be a new show. So for 1 week, we would do nothing but Rachel Ray. And then over the weekend, they would switch the sets to like Emerald Live or Sarah Secrets or something with Alton Brown. I forget what it was. All the studio shows, they flipped through there. So So we did the final preparations and the cook and the food for the show, for Rachel Ray's show. A lot of fun. And then I went out. So this is my first night going out. And my notes of going out in New York nightlife when I was, a little teen, a little baby. I wasn't that young. How old was I? 21. Went out on the town to discover nightlife. Went to Webster Hall. 5 rooms, really big, maze-like. Cool, but an old building. Shitty sound. Also went to Avalon Limelight venue. Cool-looking place. Gothic church converted into a club. Super upscale. Only 2 rooms open. Overall, lots of fun. Yay. So that was January 10th, 2004. All right. Let's see here. Let's jump ahead to something fun. All right. So January 14th, 2004. So something else we would do as being cooks at the Food Network is we would go with celebrity chefs when they would do like interviews at news stations and stuff like that. So I got paired up with Lisa Loeb and Dweezil Zappa because they used to be married or dating, and they had a Food Network show called Dweezil and Lisa. So this was my notes from working with them that day. Went to radio station 95.5 WPLJ, Scott and Todd in the morning, and did final preparations for Dweezil and Lisa's lasagna cupcake. Met Dweezil Zappa and Lisa Loeb, nice people. Went back to Food Network and worked on prep for 30-minute meals. Lasagna cupcake. I remember that now. That shit was gross. I mean, it's a cute idea. It's like a little mini lasagna, but in a cupcake pan. But cupcake pans are like so small, so it just turns like, I don't know. But yeah, Lisa Loeb and Dweezil Zappa, they were so nice. It's not a cupcake. No, it's definitely not a cupcake. It's a lasagna. Yeah, it's a lasagna baked small in a cupcake. So it's like a little teeny cupcake. But the problem was, the layers, it's just too small to like really pull off. I mean, it kind of works, but maybe if it was like a giant muffin, maybe not like a cupcake, I could see that. Yeah, but the thing is like lasagna's got layers, right? Lots of layers. So when you do it small like that, you are limited on your layers and like what you can put in those layers. I like the idea, but I feel like a muffin tin would be better, like a bigger one. I think the ones that I remember us doing were like that. And all the things that we did, I saved all my notes. So I have all the recipes from these shows. So maybe that's another idea, another stream. All right. So the very next day after working with Lisa Loeb and Dweezil Zappa, January 15th, only about 12 days into my externship, I write into my journal, went to the WB network to set up again for Dweezil and Lisa's food demonstration on the live morning show. So they did it 2 times. They did it at the radio and the morning show. Met Carmen Electra and Dave Navarro at the WB. Went back to the station and worked on the set for the last day of 30-minute meals. Went bowling with Rachel Ray and 30-minute meal crew at the end of the night. So that was a cool day. That was the end of the first week, or the end of working on 30-minute meals with Rachel Ray. And that day was fun because the first half was spent at the WB with Dweezil Zappa, Lisa Loeb, Carmen Electra, Dave Navarro. And then the second half was wrapping up the work we had been doing on the Rachel Ray show. And then as a special thank you, she took us out bowling. So, I didn't know at the time, she was like dating anybody. So I dressed up, I put on my sweater. I was like, yo, this is Rachel Ray. She just invited me out to go bowl. Like, I didn't know it was like her and her husband and the whole crew, at the time. So I was going to bowling with Rachel Ray, totally thinking something else. But she complimented my outfit, and she's such a nice person, and I got nothing but love for Rachel Ray. All right. So the very next day I write, day off, relaxed. I'd say that was the first full weird week. All right. So let's see here. January 17th, so this is like 14 days at New York, and I say, day off, checked out my friend's house. I'm not going to use this guy's name. We'll just call him M. Day off, checked out M's house in New Jersey. Then walked from Times Square to the World Trade Center to Chinatown to Little Italy to Soho to the Villages and to Times Square. Damn, I walked everywhere that day. But the main point of this was somebody that was my a new friend that I was developing at the Food Network. He had an extra room in his house. And so the idea was go out to Jersey and check it out. I didn't realize, I'm such a newbie to New York City. I didn't realize you can live in New Jersey at like a fraction of the rent, and easily just take a train into the city. It was crazy how cheap it was. And eventually I ended up moving into that house, and it was such a cool house. It was it was a really unique experience for me that I was super open to at the time. And I look back at it and I realized like what it actually meant to me, because the house I was moving into, my friend, he was with his boyfriend, so it was a gay couple, and then they were in one bedroom, and then in the other room was a trans person, and I had never lived with gay people or trans people. At this point in my life, I only knew a few of them. Like, granted, I was from the Bay Area, so there was nothing new about it to me, but like, this was definitely the closest like it ever came, and I was like nervous, but at the same time I was like, I don't care. Like, these people are hella cool. It's a hella cool apartment, and maybe Tyme was a tuxedo mask all along, maybe. But it was such a great opportunity, and it opened my eyes about things, and I got invited to do cool things, and it was just a really unique experience that I think really like laid the ground floor to my journey as to where I'm at now, Keslow! What's up, buddy? So that was a really cool experience. All right, so going back to my journal from Food Network in 2004, when I was an extern there, I'm reading you entries of things that happen, crazy things, fun stories. All right, so let's jump around in here. How's everybody doing? Kessel, you ready to fly some airplanes tomorrow? Yeah. All right. So let's see here. January 22nd, 2004, for my journal from New York City. Worked on Emerald Live set. Shows You've Got Mail, featuring Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child. Met Michelle Williams. And did the show Sweet and Savory. Also worked in the kitchen. Also worked in the test kitchen when I had free time. So yeah, that was an awesome day. Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child was in the house. I had no words. I didn't really say much other than, she walks by and she's like, hi, and you're like, that was like, yeah, that was it. I was like, I probably looked just like that. So that was January 22nd, 2004. All right, moving along. All right, so this was a fun one. Once in a while, we do like little specials in addition to the shows. So on January 25th, 2004, I write, worked half of the day for the All-Star Food Network Thanksgiving special, starring Emerald Lagasse, Rachel Ray, Sarah Moulton, Tyler Florence, Giada De La Forentinas, Alton Brown, and Paula Dean. All of them were in the studio cooking together, and I was the one that they picked to work with them because I had been kicking ass at this point. That was a nervous freaking day. I remember at one part, they're all sitting down at a table going over everything, and I just like bring some stuff over, and all of those chefs look at me, and I'm just like, yo, this is real. I mean, this is before Giada was like a star. Giada was like, she was almost like acting like I was. She was like, because she was a nobody back then, You know what I love about Alton Brown? This is a true story, and I will say it on the air. I don't care. Wait, how much time we got here? Oh, man, we're almost out of time. I will say it on the air. He pulls me aside, and he's like, you work in the kitchen. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, where do you guys hide all the booze? I'm like, well, what kind of booze? What's the recipe? He's like, no, for drinking. So I was like sneaking Alton Brown booze on the side because I guess that's how he likes to shoot. Hey, whatever does it for you. All right, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit here. February 9th, 2004. Worked on the set of Emerald Live. Joe Perry of Aerosmith was a guest on the show. Got to meet him. Nice guy. That was a cool day. And the thing that was really crazy is I believe the Grammys were the night before. And he literally gets on an airplane from the Grammys and red-eyes it across the country to New York City and then goes straight from the airport to the studio to film the show. And it was just like he just looked like a rock star. You know, like, I mean, he is. But you know when somebody travels and they've got that weathered travel look, but they also look like they're ready to go? It was just so inspiring. I don't know. It was so cool, man. Seeing Joe Perry the day after the Grammys, I was like, that was a trip. Same response with Michelle Williams. Hi. All right. So now my mom and my stepdad came into New York. They hung out for a little bit while I was there. So while I was not working, we would play tour guide because it was my mom's birthday during that time. And the final entry here, which is a good way to wrap this up here, February 12th, 2004, in my journal from when I was at the Food Network as an extern, says, worked on the set of Emerald Live. Emerald called me out on set and introduced me on air during a Bobby Flay battle. That was the video we watched earlier. Met Bobby Flay. I actually met with him for a bit, took pictures, he was a really nice guy. Met Bobby Flay, nice guy. Mom and my stepdad were at the show and had fun. They got to watch the show. So that clip you saw, my mom is watching me in the audience. Got introduced again for the second show later in that day for whisking fondue in between the commercial breaks. So in between the commercial breaks, Emerald would have me do all the hard labor. Then they'd cut back to him pretending to do it. So he made fun of that on camera. Got introduced again during the whisking of the fondue. And later in the day, went and saw the producers with my mom and my mom and my stepdad. When we went and saw the producers, this was when Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick were in there. So this was like the OG producers. And then, I have a note at the bottom that says, after my appearances on the show, a couple of kids in the audience pulled me aside and asked for my autograph. I love how I threw that in there at the end. So there it is. That's some excerpts from my Food Network journal when I was an extern at New York City for the Food Network. My God, my lip hurts from talking. Oh, I wish I had a few extra people around here to give me a hand. Just kidding. Let me get a sip here. How's everybody doing? Oh, yeah. Water. Okay. So we got a little bit of time here to kill. I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Yeah. Thanks, Jupiter. Yeah, I think you made it. It's Tibby on one side, Coffee Cat, and Mashups on the other. So you guys, we got a lot of cool shit coming up here on Booty Mashup Twitch. In March 12th to March 14th is Booty Mashup's 1-year anniversary right here on Booty Mashup Twitch. It is our 1-year anniversary, March 12th, 14th weekend. I don't know exactly what we're doing, but we got some big plans. And when I was going through getting the show ready, I found this. I want to show you guys this. Do you guys see that? That right there is one of the Dance Commander Disco screenshots from back in May. This is just, and it doesn't look too different. You got Keslo, you got Dance Commander, you got me bouncing around. But yeah, I went and I grabbed this. This is, I think, from early May, and it looks cropped because I cropped it because there is literally only 6 people in this Dance Commander Disco Zoom room. So we got our 1-year anniversary coming up. I can't believe how far we've come along. It's crazy. And look at this. Look at us crazy kids bouncing around in a Zoom room. Oh man, we got some big stuff coming up. Thank you guys again for being here with us this whole year. That's crazy. 1 year. You know, I got a few minutes, so I just want to talk about how we got here. How did Booty Mashup get on Twitch? Well, it all kind of comes back to the movie Ready Player One. It does. Yeah, Jupiter and Adron are probably going to be like, what? Yes, Ready Player One is greatly responsible for why we're on Booty Mashup Twitch. I'll tell you why. So for the longest time, Lobster Dust has been filling my head with Twitch is the future. We got to get on Twitch. Doug, you got to watch this movie. It's the future. And so I watched this movie, we're talking years ago, and it clicked into my brain that, like, this is the future. Eventually, we are all going to live in an Oasis-type virtual world. Watching that movie convinced, I knew it. But I didn't know how we were going to get there. I wasn't sure how we can make that switch. I knew Twitch was out here, and I knew Twitch is he did? Oh, what's his side? Who cares what his side is? Don't listen to Lobster Dust. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But in my brain, I just knew that this was the future. But I didn't know how it was going to happen, how we were going to switch to the virtual world, how we were going to switch to Twitch. I knew there was going to have to be some, like, world-changing event that made it happen. So when the pandemic happened, I thought to myself, holy shit, this is that time. This is that moment. And so I immediately started texting Adriana and saying, we got to get on Twitch. This is the time. This is now. And so that's why I blew Adriana's phone up in the very beginning. I believe it was me and DJ Tripp who were messaging Adriana saying, we got to go to Twitch. We got to go to Twitch. But it came from my excitement thinking that, you know, Ready Player One is our future. The Oasis is where we're going to live. And this is the world-changing event that might click it into that spot. So yeah, so it had nothing more than a driving force behind me to, you know, push Adriana to get behind it. But really the reason why we're here on Twitch is because of you guys, because of your support, because of your love, because of everybody being here, because of WAP Island, because of all of that and so much more. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I got to change the titles. I feel like I'm Adriana now. All right, how do I do this? I got it. Let's see here. Harrison, if you can hear me, stand by. We're going to do, I don't know, some title change thing. If you're wondering why I'm looking like this, it's because I have a monitor on my left and I have a monitor on my right. I'm limited by my front desk space, so I have to what's it called? Have them like on the sides. It's kind of fun sitting here. I feel like I'm in like a little time hole. But damn, does it give you a kink in the neck? Hey. All right, we're almost there. Crazy Hat Party. That's the name of the game, right? Happy hour. What day is today? It's Friday. It's so weird. Like I'm getting like Adriana vibes right now, talking to myself while I type. Oh man, we got a lot of stuff going on. After Arison, we got the one and only PDS Mix, and after PDS Mix, we got the return of Fox Sounds. Amazing job, by the way, earlier. I got it, Jupiter. I got it. Lots of events, lots of parties. Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, Monday nights, all the nights, all the days. Come play chess with me and Jupiter. We want more people to play chess with. All right, Arison, I'm getting ready to type now. God, I really feel like Adriana. I'm typing it in. I'm texting now. You play chess too? Sick. Fox was saying he played chess too. Dude, our chess crew rolled deep. Mr. Beer Papa, all right, we're doing this again for sure. Okay, we're doing it. I'm going to have more updates on chess. Thank you guys again so very much for hanging out on a very special edition of the weekly meeting. I'm DJ Tyme. This has been the Time Hole edition. It's 4 o'clock. I'm logging off. And there is the titles. And there it all is. Thank you guys. We'll see you again. Arison, you're up.